Hello travelers, welcome. Here we are for some Shovel Knight, where I hope to just do a quick little preview and kind of go through how awesome this game is, as it is something that I've been streaming since launch and hope to continue doing so, but I wanted to share something to the YouTube viewers as well, just in case it's something that they think they might be interested in. The game itself, if you haven't heard of it, which would not be terribly unsurprising since it's an indie game, is kind of a combination of Zelda 2, MegaMan, Castlevania, kind of goes in that theme. So we're just going to start this brand new file and just kind of go with things for a little bit. Get to see a little bit of the story. Dun, dun, dun. Long ago, the lands were untamed and roamed by legendary adventurers. Is there a way to like speed this up without skipping it? So it sounds like back in the day, times were good between myself, the Shovel Knight, and a friend of mine. But something happened at the Tower of Fate. There was a cursed amulet with a terrible magic. The tower was sealed and Shield Knight was gone! Oh no! His spirit broken, a grieving Shovel Knight went into a life of solitude. So they're just setting up a story here, obviously, kind of laying down the background. But without champions, the land was seized by a vile power, the Enchantress, Dr. Wily, and her robot masters. Just kidding. Order of no quarter. Like, how awesome is that? The tower is unsealed and devastation looms. A new adventure is about to begin. Dun dun dun. So that just kind of breaks into the start of things, and there's a nice little tutorial stage where you just get to experiment with the movements. You have one height of jump. Oh, you don't have one height of jump. You have controllable jump height, which is very good. You just have attack and jump, just like NES games are supposed to, and you have, obviously, like, downward jump. We will get relics eventually later on. The controls are spot on. You know how, like, Mario or Super Mario World or Mega Man 2, you run forward a little bit, and then you kind of slide as you're stopping to move? Not with this. The controls are completely perfect. So, random piles of loot you can dig up, random enemies you can hop on, and they drop loot and stuff. And these are essentially the Goombas of the game. There's dirt piles with stuff, more stuff, and it's just a nice little tutorial stage to get used to the controls, used to the way things look, and introduce you to how awesome this music is going to be through the course of this game they want to provide us. And sometimes, hopefully I'll find more of them again. Sometimes there's a bunch of secrets in the walls and you can tell. Sometimes you can't tell. There's just all sorts of hidden things to find and grab, and it's just fantastic. Oh, what? The bubbles hurt me! Okay, I didn't know that the first time. Apparently the bubbles hurt you guys. The video game used bubble. It was super effective. You got checkpoints over here, which are very cool, so you know exactly where your checkpoint is. And if you don't want the checkpoint, you can actually break your checkpoint for a bunch of money, and then it won't work anymore as far as bringing you back to that spot. You go back even further, but you get money, so it, you know, maybe? I probably should have done the tutorial stage already, but that's alright. I wanted to start a fresh file. Or the wussiest dragon in the history of dragons. He gives us all sorts of stuff. And we keep on going through here. Because I keep looking for secrets, but I'm not finding any. But here we go. Here we can tell that there's a quote-unquote secret. They're usually defined just by a little change in the wall. So you know that you can shovel them. That one obviously wasn't very secret because we had nowhere else to go. Oops, I wasn't even looking. Sometimes baddies pop out. You can see obviously your hit points and the boss hit points up top. There you go. So over there we can tell that this is a secret. Again, it's not very secretive, but you can find things like music notes, which will be good in the future, very soon. Ta-da! Sometimes we can find things like veins of gold just hanging around, and they definitely have loot in them. Don't hit the spikes, you die. Instant death. Should go without saying, but I'll say it anyway. Oops. And sometimes you gotta use enemies to complete puzzles, which is very cool. That was dumb. Get out. Get over here. I'm not paying attention to monsters right now. Oh, there's a secret up there, so we want to make sure we grab that. And it's just money, but that's alright. Oh, I missed. Yeah, the controls are spot on, but there is a slight delay from when you hit the button to when contact is made. Like, he starts swinging immediately, but your actual frames of damage are not until marginally after you push the button to attack. So sometimes I miss enemies. Because, like, I'll push it when I'm right next to them, but they don't actually get hit yet. So that is the one little tiny thing I've noticed so far that I have to learn to develop. Oh, come on. Let me jump over here. Alright, so I will then use this little dragon guy to hop over here and get this nice little secret. Oh yeah, secret. Which is just another music note, but that's fine. We want to collect all these music notes. We can ignore this dragon this time. I'll kill him in the meantime, because it's fun! Whoa, that was a sneaky guy. He didn't get me, though. Dun, dun. The stages are a little longer in this. Oh, there's a secret down there. I probably should show you guys how to get that. Because it is right here. You can dig up treasure chests and you rummage through them, find lots of loot, have a good time. It is Shovel Knight. Kill stuff, get loot. Sometimes there's food in those little pits, so a carrot restores your health. You can't break these checkpoints because it's the tutorial level, but otherwise you can just break them. I didn't even see that slime. Dun, dun, dun. We're almost out of here. I saw that one coming, but I didn't really care too much. You gotta be careful when you kill this guy, you don't immediately just fall in the pit. And he'll suicide himself, that's fine. This game is definitely a platformer, and there's sometimes some very tricky jumps and timing sequences. I see him over here somewhere. When you hit an enemy with a shovel, you do knock yourself back just a little bit. So it is a melee game, but it gives you a little bit of range after contact, so you're not constantly standing in the face of danger. We'll jump over him, because sometimes going to the left on the screens are secrets. And there's a treasure chest here. You can get some extra loot with, which is always nice. Extra loot's always good. Once we finish this tutorial stage, we'll get to explain a little bit better, or see a little bit better, how loot affects us. Oh, this looks like a secret. I think I missed that last time. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think I got that. And then there's bosses at every stage. Black Knight. I knew you'd show your face sooner or later. The cerulean coward. Turn back, Shovel Knight. There's nothing here for you anymore. Stand aside, Black Knight. I've no quarrel with you. I must return to the Tower of Fate. Your time away has dulled your senses. Can't you see? This entire valley has been conquered by the Enchantress, and her invincible knights of the Order of No Quarter stand between you and the tower. But none of that matters, because anyone after the Enchantress has to go through me. Steal thy shovel! Aw, snap. So we have our first boss fight of the game. Just kind of bounce on his head a little bit. Trying to shovel him a couple. Oh, he got me. He got me. Oh, he got me again. Dang it. That's alright. I seem to have more success on him jumping on his head. You can reflect missiles in this attack too, which is awesome. I thought I was going to get him. There we go. Do your reflected thing again. Yeah, I definitely have much more success jumping on him than trying to shovel him. And reflecting his own missiles. Killing bosses is really cool though, if I can actually kill him without dying. I'll kill him with a reflected shot. Because you get like a slow-mo cycle spectrum hue cycle spectrum screen. It's very cool. So he almost killed me. Got me down really low. But that's alright. And he skedaddles! Dun, 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 dun. I winneth the duel. We have these nice little campfire scenes. And sometimes, after campfire scenes, the screen goes up. And we have a nice little dream sequence. Shield Knight, our friend! You're falling! I must help you! I must help you! No! Caught her. And then you wake up. Huzzah! We don't want forest fires. Let's get rid of all that bad fire. Dig it out. And that is our tutorial stage, ladies and gentlemen. After that we get to go to some real stages, although it won't let me because I have to go to the village first. But that's fine. So the village is just like Zelda 2 Village. That's no weapon, that's just a shovel. Press up to talk to people. So you can talk to people, you can't go in the houses. But they say stuff. These music notes you give to this bard over here. Hail, traveler, I'm but a simple bard. I have a big problem. I've lost all my music. The repertoire lays scattered across the land. So he gives you money for him, which is fine. And then he plays music for you as well. If you want magic in the middle of town, hit these things. We can talk to this goat, and he gives, or we can purchase something called meal tickets for him that we give to this guy to increase our health, or we can just buy magic increases from her. This little down arrow shows us we can go down, and we want to talk to a couple of these people after we beat certain bosses, and they'll give us loot. This person just tells us like how many piles of earth we've dug up, how many times we've died, how many times we've done this, how many times we've done that. So it's pretty cool. And then there's a secret little mini game over here where you spend money and you... Oh, should we just play it once? Let's just play it once. As long as I'm stranded here, we can pass the time with a little game. I want to play a game. I'll conjure up some things and you can hit them for the targets with points. Like, alright. So, you get to reflect missiles in this game by hitting things with your shovel. And all of these things have different point values, so I'm trying to get all the points that I can, but I keep missing. I'm trying to just hit the expensive ones. That's all I'm really trying to do. Oh, how'd that miss? Really? You kidding me? There we go. We're starting to get something now. Not doing too well though. I'm doing terrible. I'm not hitting anything up top. They're worth so much more, that's all I go for. Okay. Sometimes you don't have all the choice in the world, though. Okay, that was the worst. 164. Yeah, I've played it 3 times. I played it 4 times. I think I got like 160, 180, 280, and that was like the worst one I've ever done. But it still impressed her enough, I guess, even though that was terrible for me. That's alright. So she gives you another music note. There are achievements in this game, they call them feats. Impressing her, which I guess means get a score of like 160 plus, I guess, unlocks a feat. They don't really do anything, but they're just nice little accomplishments to let you know you've accomplished things. There's towns. This guy tells you a bunch of jokes. I know things are tough, but don't throw in the trowel. These dudes you can buy stuff from. Secret right there. Music note. that's just about it for here. There's a kid pushing a hoop with a stick. Get rid of your hoop. If you jump on that lady, you can jump on that building to jump up there and get that treasure, but we'll just ignore it for now. And that is the basics. Yeah, we don't need to go through there. But those are indeed the basics of Shovel Knight and its epicness, so we'll play about half of this level, because I don't want to have too long of an introductory video. Ta-da! Plus, I don't want to showcase all the bosses. That'd be no fun. You guys want to play this game for yourself. This game is available on Wii U, 3DS, and Steam for 15 bucks. It's my game of the year. I love stuff like this. This is so awesome. So there's a secret up there, as we can see by a little tiny change in the wall coloring, and then we can reflect missiles as well. Most missiles. There's still some that we can't hit, but those in particular we can. So we'll kill that guy. We'll get ourselves a nice little secret. Sometimes it's just money. Sometimes it's a treasure chest with a music note. Here, I'll showcase breaking the checkpoint for us. We get monies. There's turkeys up there for big foods. Turkey is big food. Turkey is good. Is there any secret up here? Nope. These knights are tough. That's okay. Some enemies have to be tough. So if you jump on him, he tries to guard upward, but then you can slash him. Sometimes I stand way too close to enemies and I end up running into them myself, because it's a melee game, and I get right in their grill. But he's one of those tougher guys. He reminds me of Zelda, or enemies from Zelda 2. If we can jump on him, we can hop up here, so sometimes you have to use enemies as part of your quote-unquote puzzles, which is awesome. Nothing over here. I'll keep that checkpoint alive, just in case. We knock down all these crowns. This one we want to use to hop up there. This is a sweet secret. I'll showcase this one. So you just match up your Shovel Knightness. And you can get up here. Find some stuff. And every time we find a blue chest in these dungeons, we have this guy that we saw in town. He's the village merchant. You're not gonna believe what I just found in this chest! Wanna see? And he gives us lots of different relics, so it's good that I have a relic now. Ta-da! So that meter up there of 30, and it takes 4 points to shoot a fireball, essentially. Which is very cool. It gives us a ranged attack. And that is our secret. I mean, I guess it's not the most secretive thing in the world. Oh, I just died. Bloody hell. It's not the most secretive thing in the world because we did see it kind of being there. When you die, you lose money. You can go back and pick it up if you choose to go back to that same area. In this particular case, I'm going to ignore it because I just wanted to get the fire wand thing. So we'll see our money there. I don't care because this is just a demo. But that's what happens when you die. You get to go back to the latest checkpoint that you did not break. So you can see I get pushed a little bit back when I'm zapping an enemy. We'll just fry that guy with his own medicine there. And we'll go left on the screen, because I think there's optional path this way. Maybe. Deflect his missile. And then kill him. Secret up there, we could tell because of the little, whatever, but then there's a double secret right here. we get to take top route. We missed that checkpoint, but we can always go back and pop it with this. I'll just leave that active just in case I fall down a pit again or something stupid. As we fight our fantastic Griffin mini-boss, which I'm not very good at dodging yet. We can't do much in the way of ducking. We can just kind of like bend our knees just a little bit. That's about it. Whatever. Bounce on all these enemies just to speed things up a bit. Use them to get up here to top route, because top route always has treasures. There are always treasures at top route. If we go a little bit further, we find secrets. It doesn't really matter in this particular case. We're just going to complete the level. Or get close to it. Get that apple for foods. Oh, get out. Okay, so we want to jump up there. Grab this loot. Miss those two guys, but grab this secret, so that's important. I don't want to deal with this guy. Oh, there's a vein of gold up top there if you see it. But I missed it. I don't care. Okay. Jumping on these books activates stuff that you can stand on. This part's a little tricky. As Waffles knows very well. So you want to jump on those to keep it upright. And this will be tough. Want to traverse this. After... How did I miss that again? I was doing like a down shovel dash, so I guess I was holding down, not grabbing on the ladder. I don't know. I missed that the first time I played this game too. That was my first death when I played this game. It's just a tough jump. I saw that one coming. Not miss it this time? There we go. It's tough because it's a timing sequence and the platforming sequence all at the same bit. That's okay. I was hoping I could kill him first. Sorry, he gives me a full heal, so it's okay. And then we have our boss room. Look like MegaMan rooms. I guess I'll fight a little bit of the boss. We're a few minutes over where I expected to be, or where I hope to be. The interloper is in our midst! Begone from our throne room, knave! I'm no more an intruder than you! You aren't even a real king! Oh, but you're mistaken. The enchantress saw me for my fabulously regal self, and now all bow before me. You're naught but a decadent dandy. Prepare to taste justice! Shovel justice! Oh yeah. So he's lots of fun. I'm gonna start bouncing on his head a couple of times, shoot him with some fireballs. That attack stuns you, so I couldn't do much there. Oh, he dodged it! Oh, why weren't you down slashing? Whatever. Oh, I wasn't down slashing again. He unleashes trumpets of painful confetti. The most awkward thing in the history of the world, but it's a thing. But we shall spare his life, because we are merciful. And that is our tutorial of Shovel Knight, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this. There's not too much in the way of options. We have a bunch of feats. As you can see, there's 45 different things we can all unlock. Some of them are really cool, some of them are really hard, and some of them you'll just do throughout the course of playing the game. So, that is everything. There is one more thing I wanted to mention. There is a special bonus mode called Iron Man mode, where if you create a character and you name him the letters I-M, the ampersand symbol, the and then SGC14. It will unlock this special mode, which is kind of like just a time attack for a score. So you just kind of compete with each other so you can get a higher score in the allotted amount of time, is really all it is. So we can just do that. And it just goes through a little bit of this area. But, you know, I'm not going to focus on it too much. Fight a little bit of extra harder enemies over here, so I get to showcase those for a minute. Extra veins of gold. We have a shovel right now that digs them up in one swing, so that's cool. Different things to see. No, I didn't mean to jump on that. Why did you jump on that? Whatever. I was trying to get top route, but I can't make it anymore. Okay, let's see here. I didn't mean to jump on that automatically. Sometimes that happens. I have a bad habit of holding down as I'm attacking, or as I'm jumping, just like because. It doesn't change your jump distance or anything like that, so I just happen to do it a lot. And if I'm landing on blocks, sometimes I break the blocks and kill myself. But anyway, guys, that is Shovel Knight. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys sometime later. Take it easy, everybody. Peace, Shovel Knight!